What if I told you that the man who changed the world with just a computer in his garage was once a shy, awkward boy who loved reading more than playing outside? What if I told you that Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft, wasn't born with success in his hands, but built it piece by piece, through vision, obsession, and relentless belief? This is the story of a boy who turned curiosity into power. A teenager who got so lost in his passion, he once spent nights sneaking into computer labs, writing code until his eyes could barely stay open. At 13, when most kids were busy worrying about grades or games, Bill Gates was already writing his first computer program. Not because he had to, but because he couldn't stop himself. His mind saw possibilities no one else did. But here's the truth no one talks about. Gates wasn't always celebrated. In fact, people thought he was wasting time. They laughed when he dreamed of putting a computer on every desk and in every home. It sounded insane. Computers back then were giant machines, locked away in universities or government buildings. Who would ever need one at home? But Gates didn't see the world for what it was. He saw it for what it could be. And that's what made him unstoppable. In 1975, he dropped out of Harvard, one of the most prestigious universities in the world, to chase a dream no one believed in. Imagine that. Walking away from guaranteed success to build something that only existed in your mind. He and his childhood friend, Paul Allen, started Microsoft in a small garage. No fancy office, no big investors, just two young men, and a dream to make computers accessible for everyone. Day after day, night after night, they coded, they worked, they hustled. And when opportunities came, Gates was ruthless about one thing: never letting them slip. He believed that success doesn't wait. When chance knocks, you answer. But here's the twist. It wasn't smooth sailing. Microsoft faced rejection after rejection. Their ideas seemed too ambitious, too unrealistic. And yet, Gates kept going. Because here's something he understood early in life. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the price you pay for it. And slowly, the world started to notice. In 1980, Microsoft struck a deal with IBM. And that one decision changed everything. Gates had turned a small garage startup into a global revolution. By the age of 31, he became the youngest billionaire in the world. But did he stop there? Number. Because real visionaries don't stop when they reach the top. They look further, they ask, what's next? For Gates, it wasn't just about money. It was about impact. While most billionaires focus on building empires for themselves, Gates dedicated his fortune to solving humanity's toughest problems. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he poured billions into eradicating diseases, fighting poverty, and giving education to children who never had a chance. That's the true definition of greatness. Not just building your own life, but lifting millions along the way. And yet, here's the part people often miss. Gates is a billionaire today, yes. But back then, he was just another young man, taking risks, facing doubt, and battling fear. He once said, "It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure." That mindset is why he never quit. Because every mistake, every setback, wasn't a wall, it was a stepping stone. Think about it. What would have happened if Gates had played it safe? What if he stayed at Harvard, followed the rules, and never took that leap of faith? We might not be living in the same world today. Your phone, your laptop, the internet as we know it, All of it was shaped by the boldness of one man who dared to say, "I will create something that doesn't exist yet." And here's the lesson we all need to take from Bill Gates. Success is never about where you start. It's about how far you're willing to go. He didn't let fear stop him. He didn't let critics silence him. And he never, ever gave up on his vision. So the next time someone tells you your dream is impossible, remember Bill Gates, the boy who dreamed of a computer in every home and turned it into reality. Because maybe, just maybe, your crazy dream is exactly what the world needs. If this story inspired you, don't let it end here. Let it remind you that no dream is too big and no beginning is too small. Tap that like button if you believe in chasing greatness. Share this video to spread the message and subscribe because more powerful stories are coming. Stories of dreamers, of fighters, of ordinary people who became extraordinary. And remember, your journey is just beginning. So don't wait for the right time. Create it. Because the next story could be yours.